Hello guys, this is Donald's Movies, and today I got another World of Warcraft lore lesson. Now in this video I'll be talking about something quite interesting, at least in my opinion, that has been requested many times by a lot of people, and that is the arcane magic. Now please, before commenting, keep in mind that this is one of the things in Warcraft universe that is not really fully explained. There's many things in the Warcraft universe, but this is one of them, and there are a lot of speculations going around it, and people have different opinions, so some people might agree, some people might disagree, so please keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's not waste any more time and let's just get into the lore. So the arcane magic is one of the most powerful types of magic on the world of Azeroth and even Draenor or in the entire Warcraft universe, and is one of the only magics where you can just use it. You don't have to bargain or make some deals like the shaman and the druid, have some mutual respect or whatever. You can just do it even though it has consequences. Now a classic example of this would be the fire and the water that they can abuse because they control the elements through arcane magic instead of the shamans who have to make a deal with them, thus being able to summon water elementals for a certain period of time, or even fire elementals or whatever. But arcane, even though practiced throughout the world by many different casters, it is actually quite dangerous on itself, and it requires an experienced person in order to wield it properly and keep everything in control. And there are 4 known laws of the arcane. Now the first law is the magic is powerful. Pretty straightforward. A mage wielding arcane magic can be pretty powerful and dangerous. And now the second one is magic is corrupting, and even though a lot of people deny it, it is completely true for all schools of the arcane, which I'm going to mention later in the video, and many of its users can become very arrogant and step out of line in search for more power, so it does actually affect the user. And that leads into the third law, which is magic is addicting. Now the High Elves are the finest example of this, and many regular casters require the arcane surge through their body, because if they don't do it, they suffer from withdrawal, and if the caster is very young or very old and weak, they can actually die from magic withdrawal, so it is a pretty serious thing. And the fourth and the last law is magic draws evil closer, and pretty much there are a lot of examples in the Warcraft universe, but the use of arcane draws all sorts of evil creatures from the twisting nether and pretty much all around. A classic example of this is the Burning Legion, who saw the practice of it as sort of a beacon that drew them closer, and in many cases this law is proved right even though everyone thinks they're safe, everyone thinks they won't draw anyone, but it happens over and over again. Now appearance-wise, the magic in its purest form is white or has a violet glow to it, but when used to bend other types of energy, it can acquire a different color. For example, green when practicing necromancy, or bronze color sort of goldish when practicing chronomancy, that is twisting time. Now, Azeroth was first introduced to arcane magic when the Titans created the Well of Eternity, which was just filled with potent arcane energy, and soon these dark trolls came to it, and next to it they evolved into the Night Elves, which is a classic example of how the arcane magic can actually affect a certain being. Like, the arcane magic is actually a pretty serious thing. You can see from Terramore when the mana bomb exploded, like the people that died there just like disappeared in lavender ash, so it does affect the person or anyone affected by arcane magic. It can affect them a lot. Now soon enough, the Highborn started practicing it uncontrollably, which drew the attention of the Burning Legion, proving the 4th law that I mentioned before. And after that, there was still a certain group of Highborn that practiced arcane magic, even though they knew what sort of trouble it caused for the entire world like 3,000 or 4,000 years back. And they were exiled by the Night Elves, so they sailed to the Eastern Kingdom, becoming what we know today as the High Elves. Now later on, these High Elves taught the humans the ways of the arcane as a part of a deal, since they aided them in the battle against the trolls. And the humans, even though they're short-lived compared to other races, prove they can be more than able to become masters of it, and soon they formed their own city based on magic called Dalaran, of course with the help of the elves, but they did the main part of the job. Now the elves themselves are considered quite the masters of such magics because they have been practicing it forever pretty much, but currently the Draenei are without a doubt the most powerful casters, as for more than 25,000 years arcane magic was their tradition, and even though they're now the beings of the light, they still have that tradition of arcane magic as the previously Eredar race. Now for that exact reason they drew the attention of Sargeras, and that is why he corrupted most of the Eredar race. So knowledge wise, right now on Azeroth, the Draenei are the first, although they aren't near the elves or the humans, especially number wise. And lastly, before I end the video, I'm going to walk you through the different schools of magic as shown by the Dalaran mages in the entire book. So, first school of magic is the Abjuration, which is a study of protective magic, such as summoning a mana shield, thus transforming raw mana into a barrier, and it is mostly used for protective purposes. Now the second school is Conjuration, which is the study of magically spawning creatures or objects out of magic, pretty much out of nowhere. An example of it would be conjuring a water elemental that lasts for a certain period of time and fights for the mage. Or mostly popular in World of Warcraft is the conjured food, meaning that the mages can just magically spawn like bread or water or whatever type of food. Alright, third one is Divination. Now this school of magic can actually be used to counter a different school of magic called Illusion, and it is a study of gathering information so mages can see distant targets or even see things that aren't really visible to the naked eye or see through different illusions. Now generally it isn't an offensive school of magic, but it is quite useful for all types of different purposes. Now the fourth school of magic is the Enchantment, which is a process of, as it says, pretty much enchanting certain objects or a person with magic. Now it can either be permanent or temporary, and enchanting something makes it more powerful and gives it all these different magical properties. Now it is also possible to get rid of the enchantment with a process called disenchanting, which removes the magical properties, so it is quite a useful school for all sorts of different purposes. The fifth school is called Illusion, which I mentioned before. It can be countered by the third school of magic called Divination. Now Illusion is a process where a caster can make things happen that are not really there in order to deceive someone, be it a fake image or a certain person or a fake location. It's pretty much what Illusion is. Now it is often used by mages in order to outsmart their opponents and have an advantage in battle. The sixth school is Transmutation, and it is quite the popular one, and this one allows the caster to manipulate the time and space. Generally it has two uses, either polymorphing, which is a process of transforming a person into different forms, which is used in combat, or teleporting, which itself has a few different forms. Now the most basic form of teleporting is Blink, which allows the mage to immediately pass through a short distance with a quick teleport, and the other well-known one is teleporting, as in passing through large distances with the use of the portals, such as going to different continents or even in some cases different worlds. Seventh school is Evocation, which in itself is a bit confusing and there's a lot of speculation going around it, but it is considered to be the art of gathering magic and focusing one's mind, as in immediately getting a certain amount of energy or helping a mage in casting different spells more efficiently. And eighth and the last school is Necromancy, which is strictly forbidden and is quite a wild one because the casters can reanimate the dead and control them, and even after the dead are killed again, they can bind different body parts and infuse the creature and use it in their own advantage. Now they can also conjure certain diseases and plagues, as it happened in the Third War, and it is strictly outlawed and only certain races like the Forsaken practice it, even though other races still do it, but it is far from the public eye and it is completely outlawed. Alright, that is it on the known schools. Now it is considered that there are other forms of magic and that a mage has to go through immense studies in order to master all of these schools, and usually then mixed together, but a knowledgeable mage knows which schools to combine and which combinations to avoid so they can use it for their own advantage. Alright, that is all I have for this lore lesson. Don't forget to leave any questions if you have them, and also any feedback on what you think and what you would like to see next. Now I am going to make a how to roleplay a mage, like an RP guide at some point, but this lore lesson covers a huge chunk of it, so it should help you there as well. Now if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, as it really helps keep these videos going and pretty much the entire channel improving in the quality of the channel. Thanks a lot for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and see you next time.